Hi. All right, my name is Ojeka, and I'm going to perform in a poem titled Relapse. All right, so please follow along. They say you never lose feelings for someone you like, but that must be a lie, right? So I'm hoping it's not true. I'm hoping there comes a time that I no longer love you. I've imagined life, love, laughter, and growing old with you, but I hope that I lose the adoration for every little thing you do. See, I've kept my heart closed in case you ever wonder if there's room for you, and I've kept my mind open in case you ever wander through. And the bing beam of my heart seems to continue till the beep beep of the graph that signals it no longer has to be a repeat of every memory that we have because it bleeds. Please, you are not my past. You are the best thing that I've ever had, and maybe I'm meant to move on, but I don't know how you can move on so fast because every so often I hear a relapse. I opened my Spotify and our blend still stands, refreshed each day to replace with the songs we both like, and the songs we both like still overlap in places. The artists we like still have the same faces, and phases have passed, but we still have so many similarities on the playlist. It's crazy. We still pray to the same chant, but only one of us, me, is rereading the old charts, and my progress in moving on is moving down and below the charts. I still think of the walks we had. I mean, how could I ever imagine that we could be apart when I already adjusted my schedule so you could be a part of my routine, because it seems that I cannot live without the ache in my heart from a space that was carved, a room fabricated to frame what we had, what we could have had, what I already had fully planned in my head with a poem and a high. What I already had me imagining I was in the clouds, but you were grounded, but I was charged with attraction so you could light up my entire being. But now I'm charged with a felon of believing in something that could never have been. I was already high on it too many times. It seems that long after fire has been cut off, I still hit a relapse. I don't know if you know this or noticed, the moments that I fell in love with you were fight scenes. There were arguments where neither of us were right. It seems that for what to most to be unappealing, I was already conditioned to like it, indicting how I'm in the wrong once more, falling in love. I'm in a cell once more, as I can't sell myself or get myself to think of living without your being a part of my daily walk once more. And it's not your fault that I still fall blindly, even though I'd be falling gladly if you promise your hands to be behind me, if you promise you will find me, but you won't. And it's not your fault that I still fall. I live with a dependency, loving unconditionally like you've conditioned me. You're Pavlov and I'm the dogs, day and night, mouth watering to the sound, no smell of your bell, not a sight of food, no you, no taste or embrace of love. I can't tell if it's something about you or about me, but I tell myself to stop and I rebel. I cannot quell the immense passion that on my palms, on my will, it bangs from the inside of my heart. When I see you, I'm inside the church because I still worship the ground that you walk, hanging on to each word when you talk. There's a power dynamic, a tug of war that I've lost. You float above it all. Me, I'm grounded. But I'm still charged with attraction. When I think of you, I shudder like thunder. When I think of you, I'm surrounded. I wonder, do you look my way when you just walk by? I mean, do you look both ways when you cross my mind? I tie last hopes, I cannot tie her close, create more, I create sore aching, I crave love. Maybe if we talked, maybe if there was us, better to have never loved at all, for I got no love and I still lost. Started with nothing and still worse. And every so often, I think I've moved on, but I see your smile and I backslide. I see you pass and I relapse. So, how do I look from your eyes? Pitiful, maybe. Beautiful, I'd hoped, but I know better. My heart was on full display, but you were wise. I had your priorities straight, set, knowing how this would end, so you withdrew. You already knew, so I wonder if I make you uncomfortable. From your pedestal, how does my unrequited groveling feel? Do you feel pain that you couldn't love me enough when I asked to hear my name, the breathing of your soul, but all you had was platonic, be honest? Or were you always indifferent, and so was the outpour of my heart just regular to you? Is it something I did or said or failed to append to my confession? Did I come on too strong, too weak? Should I have said more, not even speak? I mean, I'm trying to get over you, but I still need to know what you think. I still need to know how you feel. I mean, if you feel, because I do, and I still do. I've been trying to quiet my heart. It's still cool. Chirp it if we're still cool. And my heart and I, we still cool. Chirp it if we're still fools. My thoughts find their way back to you through all my maps, but you elude me. Running circles around me, a million laps. Just when I think I'm moving on, I see you smile. And when I think I'm loving again, I... Give it up for Jacob! So proud of him. I kept my promise. So the next person I'm going to call, he's got 3 collections of poetry under his belt. He writes about women in a very special way. Join me in welcoming Dami Ajayi. Sean, help me put some volume in that mic, please.
I love you too, baby. Yes. In 2010, I sent 5 poems to a little-known literary magazine called African Writing. They were the first 5 movements of a work in progress called Clinical Blues. And someone in this room named Olashunai was the poetry editor of that magazine. And with me today is Clinical Blues, which was published in 2014. And there's a synopsis, or there's a blurb here, and it reads, "A crisp new voice with an old soul, Dami Ajayi's poetry and chants." That's Olashunai. If I was to say that about someone whose role has been very pivotal to my career as a poet, it is Olashunai. And it's been 10 years since the book, 11 years since the book has been published. And I've read these poems before in Ake, Abeokuta, 2015. But I want to read this again today because I just want to go back. And the poems are not about women. Sing me a song, not from your larynx. Probe deep, deeper into lungs, the recesses of your soul. I am a lonesome observer, the clinical sentinel who sits still to wage wars against infirmities. And your organic sacs plunges snots and sounds into my drink of patience. The truth is airy, tall like swabs of heavy winds. But purveyor, where lies your magic, your medicine of dose and regimen that mount eternal wars against hypnos? The blip of an ailing heart tolls a symphony of symptoms. But I'm no open chest surgeon, for I'm a jazz pianist with a little stains with blood. The morbid applause of the gut claps of bilious thunder. In the economy of sound, music is found in scribbles, in slow, latent dribbles, drops and drips, ray beams scamper as life shudders into light and souls slip into purgatory. I know of clinical meetings, not where doctors wage wars against themselves with literature, but where diseases wear their many forms in the game of hide and seek. I know of clinical sittings where humanity is used of to refresh pallets of HIV, TB, and other guests. I know of clinical beatings where patients are restrained face down, where ignorance and other microorganisms patiently whip man into coma, and onlookers use peeping Tom microscope to witness death's hospitality. I know of clinical heavens where doctors' hopes levitate when they die. This too shall pass. This earth that grips and quakes and swirls your being, the orgasm of 9 moons and many lethargic mornings, evenings patronymic of pica, shall not go without saying. As Mother Earth unfolds her palms to relieve you of your burden of joy, this organic almond shall trash about reluctant, as always, lachrymose. Your knees and knuckles shall clench as pain takes its first bite. Your back shall know a bed but no peace. Your orifices shall become ammoniacas of discordance, and apologies shall not suffice. It does not matter that you are inducted by a transition with tears, blood, tear, and more blood, as dews, libations trickling down the antiseptic terrazzo. A belch meets a first cry. Split milk is milk, none the less. But what is the water of milk that has lost its salt? Wishful drinking. My milk has spilled everywhere. Lecture theaters, cadaver rooms, hospital wards, operating rooms, everywhere. Like unbreakable plates, frisbees for 6 years olds. Improvisation is the new impoverishment. Nouns, close substitute, thesaurus, alternative forgone. Feel for the nation's treaded pulse in the hand of a child with rice and water stool. Doctors wear white ball cannulas. Plastic pistols don't repair tissues. The clinical truth is post-mortem. And at least we can lie that we tried. 3 arty chairs to the registrar who gave rave morning reviews at the sitting of grey obstetricians and medical students who warmed this bed and beer table. Blurry eyes are small grey tints that contradict the pulsatile discharge of lingos. For last night, only last night, we all were basking in wafts of nicotine smoke and thumping loud music, wetting throats, paranoid lager. Medicals, the lowest rung of the clinical cadre. We give standing ovations, for this is our main vocation. Empty heads do not give what they do not have. Nemo dat quod no abet. The clinic is full of expectant missed periods, gravid uteri awaiting term, abating term, time that expedite doctors that glorify Leopold. All eyes fix on the clock that slowly ticks the end of day, the sweet welcome of night, the tolling of bells. All good days end in brotherly communion at Sinners Chapel. The man with the bald pate is Ward 7. We are mere gatekeepers. Romacinda. Isn't that upper room glossolalia? Bokeke says it's a synonym for God, the answer to all things. The beauty of intactness has made science God's aficionado, but bantry angels commit glitches that seep right out of God's showroom, like a set of identical twins who need alloperidol, aloes for pretty dolls. Out of context is a new differential for intactness. But who will buy reality's wool when silken fantasies cast silver spangles on man's consciousness? Let my mind also play tricks on me, make my wishes flagellate like wands at the magician's conference. Anything but alloperidol for this schizophrenic poet. Romacinda. Isn't that upper room glossolalia? Okeke says it's a synonym for God. It's not the answer to all things. Thank you very much.
Let's hear it for Dami Ajayi. So we're going to take a quick trip to northern Nigeria. And the next person I'm going to invite is Zaynab Bobi.
Okay, hello everyone. So the last time I performed here, my voice was really low, so today I really promised myself to be louder. Is this one okay? I can shout. All right. The old tradition. Gaskiya dokin karfe a ranar warka ba a ɓoye cibi. Not sure of other space divers, but I need not a spaceship to travel to space. A little truth sprinkled with salt is enough magic to skip the shackles of time. From the book of the old tradition, the women before mine rode on the back of iron horses to space. I watched them in another body, alien to my now body, centuries before they became my aunties, and every day, before the morning washes the drowsiness of its eyes, before the day brews with mystery, without a snippet of what the future holds in its palms, the women bathe with their navels out, their way of shying away from gravity, from repelling the water. There, you see me as the bruises left ungated. Mercy lies in the hands of the women, not their masters. Since living requires a spread out matter of knowledge, ilimi, I read about the women and the demons they dusted off their wrappers at the entrance, and in each chapter, I throw myself like a pebble into the water of their memory to see if my body ripples to yours, joyous or grievous waves. In return, I cried. But I blamed the water for bloating itself into my body. Say, it was different for the women. They listened and obeyed and saved their outer body from rot. Then, who stopped their inner selves from embracing softness? Forgive me, mother, but I want little of what you were told you wanted. Okay, the next one, all I want. My cheeks are burning. I am furious at the mouth that harbors silence. This world we live in, I want it to make sense. I want to feel its skin shivering from the injustice littered on its pores. I want a home loyal to kindness. I want to laugh outside and let the tiny birds play tag with the wind. I want to take a walk on the street and still make it back home untouched. I want peace without the ponytails of noise. I want hope that isn't lightweighted with false promises. I want to pay for my sins in this world, but not with fire, machetes, or bullets. I want to shout mercy and be heard. I want to travel and not get lynched for being myself. So the last poem I'll be reading is quite experimental, so I will just want you all to imagine the world being in a dissection table. So, dissection of the world as a multiverse laboratory. Open. A theater of rage. A rack of clotted blood arranged in a pail-like tube. A deserted tissue laid on a thin, grit-free glass slide. Chemicals, waterways of bone and poison sitting on the shelf above the benches. A shelter of instruments obliging to time and occasionally dust, ashes. People incubating in all modalities of torture, temperature, time, heat, a carnage words of spoilage in the air and water, a sheer ignorance for nature and small lives, a cartridge of dreams held in bondage, bones playing in the theatrical slope of the mind, close, stitches, reopen, a splintard of lives, close, stitches, reopen, a splintard of more lives, close, stitches, reopen, a splintard of million lives, close, stitches, reopen, close, stitches, reopen, close, stitches, reopen, a splintard of all lives. Thank you so much.
That's our Zaynab. Because I mentioned that last year, I think I said she was, that I wanted her voice to be as loud as her poems. And she came this year with fire. Thank you, Jare. Okay, next. I think we'll take a quick trip to the UK. And I'm going to invite a wonderful poet, Momtaza Mehri.
Thank you so much, Lola. Where are you? Oh, okay, good. Thank you so much. We met in Nairobi, so this is a lovely kind of like east-west connection. I actually was supposed to be in Lagos like years ago, multiple times, but it never worked out. So I've read in like different African contexts, but this is my first time here. So it's nice to save the main character for last. Yeah, you guys have big main character energy, I have to say. So I'm going to read 2 poems, and they're from this collection, Bad Diaspora Poems. I'm not trying to flog it, just trying to say that's the collection. So this first poem is, I guess, about a kind of diasporic sensibility that points to both like a very material reality, but also it has like this deep impact on our psyche as people in the diaspora, like me, who have been sending money back home since they were like 15 years old. So it's the culture of remittances, remittance as sensibility. So this poem is called Transference, and it shouts out a few of the companies that facilitate remittances in East Africa. Love is a Western Union transfer, or rather, the kneaded bread it buys, the counterfeit medicine, ruffled school books, a leg of lamb shared between 7, the Hebshil, world remit, transactional webs of need. Be my wire of violent reciprocations. Each trip, each tap and click strangles like a velvet grip, like the twin ropes of World Bank and IMF. More pitiless abbreviations widening the gap, this rupture of experience between you and I. At the counter, I identify myself as kin, family, offer the official proof of our separation, Her Majesty's passport. I am aware of what you give me, even in this poem, this slick smudge of authenticity, my hangdog ammunition, my territorial discomforts, this poem you never wanted. I am a smear of cushioned guilt. My angst is assigned assault on paper. I pay to be absolved. Across the line, I pray you hate me less or for better reasons. We speak, your assumption's great. To you, my life is a lottery of possibilities. a breeze of routine fulfillment. Who will rob you of your innocence? Who will break the news gently, show you my own throttled hopes? Who can name it all and stand to tell the truth of it? We are still waiting for our lives to begin here in that other place, here in the land of plenty, of neat hedges and lethal misrecognition. We have made our fortunes. We have lost our faces. You begrudge me a dream that died upon arrival. One of us is kneeling, the other is begging. Hard to tell the difference. Harder still to live it. Thank you. So the next poem I'm going to read is for the first poem in the connection. It's a very short poem, but there's something about opening poems that I want to share with you. Conditionals. If we love the same things, that makes us friends. If we hate the same things, that makes us friends. If we dream in the same language, that makes us friends. If we flinch from the same hands, that makes us friends. If we eat breakfast before 10, that makes us friends. If we agree on the same lies, that makes us countrymen. Okay. So the last poem I'm going to share with you is a love poem, and it's hard for me to write love poems that aren't collective. So they're always about a group of people rather than one person. Maybe it's because I kind of don't want to give a man that much space in my poetry, but yeah, I kind of just tend to revert to the collective. Maybe it's a defense mechanism, but this one really comes from the friction of love and the notion of community as something that I was struggling through in this collection. Community as a life-sustaining force, but also sometimes as a tool of repression and control and suffocation. So I was thinking about community in its totality. So this comes out of that trail of thinking. It's called Akhis and Afterthoughts. What's mine is ours. I inherit your foxholes. What to call this fizz of recognition, this small stir of besiegement I see in the crush of your eyes? I name what is between us slippage, an alternative currency, our festering limerence, a wreckage of intimate proportions. Some days, community feels like a life sentence. I claim you for what you are, not what I want you to be. Be my constellation of care, my webbed network of kith, my siblings in estrangement, my loose tribe, my qibla-facing qabil, my lungfuls of smoke, all open-faced and seething, each smile a scythe to the long grass of my days. I lose you in the naming. Dread-heavy elders trading conspiracies and skims by the fruit and veg stalls, the unrepentant yardies, the long-bearded peddlers, the night bus harassers, the gum-smacking aunties expertly folding their head wraps, the aunties who aren't really aunties but who you'll still call aunties in your struggle to place their decade on their tight faces. Lest we forget the afterthoughts of the afterthoughts, the purple-lipped vagrants, the lost children, the paranoid brothers debating with angels, the stray stragglers, each fresh-faced hustler. The bus drivers hollering at each other across concrete islands, the schoolgirls screw-facing me as they share an umbilical knot of headphones, all my sweet, sweet collaborators. Spotless socks and sandals, white-thobed brothers welcoming Friday, trembling with regrets, crossing a sacred threshold with their right foot first, guarding their fresh pair of sneakers, reminding me that yes, religion and consumerism can live alongside each other on the same shoe shelf. Another blood-bound contradiction, like family itself. I belonged to you before I knew you, before I could choose to. Horn to Harlesden, to Josie, to the 6, to plus 61, and wherever else we have to run to next, whichever area code. Wherever else we magnetize misfortune, where even the dogs look at us suspiciously. In praise, I am protracted. Pray we won't be as short-lived as our summers. Pray that we will find a way back to each other, despite each other. Thank you so much.
I think we need some music. Join me in welcoming Victor Adewale. Other musicians, please get ready. Kenny, get ready, please. Sean, please reduce the guitar and increase the microphone.
One day, everybody. Nobody seems to be on the run. There is fire on the mountain top. No one is around. There is fire on the mountain, and nobody seems to be on the run. Fire on the mountain top. No one is around. Hey, Mr. Loverman, girl, I got a chance to talk to you. Cause you're fooling with a dead man's calves. You don't even know it. So you said you have a lover, and you love her like no other. So you buy a diamond that someone is tied, and don't you think that there's something wrong with it? Tell me, who's responsible for what we teach our children? Is it the internet or stars and television? Why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? Oh. Who's responsible for what we teach our children? Is it the internet or stars on television? Why, oh, why, oh, why? Thank you. Thank you. So now this is an original song I wrote to accompany a multidisciplinary project of mine. It's inspired by my real life experiences in Lagos, in Nigeria. I'm not going to talk too much because Ellis, so I'm going to just play the song for you now. Okay, I changed my mind because I only want to make 2 songs. So I will make the second song and dedicate it to all the diasporans, the black diasporans. And this song is titled Ade Tokunbo. It's partly inspired by my friend Ezra Olawaya from the UK. He was British Nigerian, and his family called him Ade Tokunbo when he came home, which means the crown came back from abroad. And he was wondering, how can somebody who's never been somewhere return to a place that they've never been? And I thought that was profound, and so I wrote a song about it. Please take off the echo. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Listen, there is no mistake here. You were meant to return before you even ever lived. And you're wondering, how can you return when you've never even ever been here before? Ade Tokunbo, Ade Tokunbo, Ade Tokunbo, wow. Ade Tokunbo, Ade Tokunbo, Ade Tokunbo, wow. Listen, there's no mistake here. You were meant to return before you ever lived. And your people, they're singing, and you're dancing, and you're singing. They remember you, You've been here before. Ade Tokumba, Ade Tokumba, Ade Tokumba. Wow, Ade Tokumba, Ade Tokumba, Ade Tokumba. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Victor. I think we need to go to Jamaica now. Who wants to come to Jamaica? Give it up for Yashika Graham.
Good evening, everyone. I thought I would have a little more time to wipe my tears because, Victor, you have no idea what that song just did to me. My name is Yashika Graham. I am from a little district in Jamaica called Berkshire in Westmoreland. And I have brought my debut collection to you here. It's called Some of Us Can Go Back Home. So when I say standing here with you means a great deal to me, it means thank you. I have to say this, I am the first of my line to make it back to the continent, so this is... Thank you so very much. So this book is called Some of Us Can Go Back Home, and my people come from bush. We're rural people, so I write about my grandmother, I write about farmers, and I write to locate these people that are sometimes forgotten in the mainstream. This is sustenance. My mother worries for me that in this city, every pound of yam, every pint of peas I eat is paid for. She questions whether it might not suit me better to be home. There is none of Papa's old grung in this place. So she brings me the wild amity fever grass to plant, something to soak the palms, to warm the heart. She knows I cannot walk out and pick the recurring okra Papa planted, so she brings me the seeds, reminds me that we are grown people and that breadfruit can roast behind any house. My mother leaves the wilderness of Westmoreland and becomes for me like Uncle Ben for her, a neighbor, coming down through the cocoa walk, across the stone wall to bring sweet potato, red peas, and accept couple lime. She knows that here, for things like these, one must pay with inedible currency. And each time I go home, my eyes set on staying, mother goes hunting. under wide leaves of pumpkin, pulls down green banana trees, digs the early yam, makes a tart juice from passion, says, here, take this, be filled. I'm grateful for this theme that you have for Ake 2025. It is an important one. And sometimes reclaiming truth means dismantling silences. And I read this tonight for all the women and girls fighting just to hold our bodies and to hold ourselves in the world. Catalog of silences. I do not tell my mother. She is still that little girl fighting off brothers-in-law, lawmen. I hold it like the recurring blood saying I will mother no one. I learned from her that all feeling is secret, that any letter to a boy will be intercepted, cut from my gut for tempting ruin. I kissed the page, red-lipped, cracked the earth, released it. I never say men pushed me into pillows anyway, turned me to pulp under thunder cover, and I skipped the part about leaving home. How I swelled, turned red, carved my name between bumps on the lemon tree, willing the yard to release my body, but keep me. I don't say how my aunt, claiming me for the town school, ripped me from the prongs of my stepfather, his fat fingers cutting caverns into me. I learned to keep that as a lie stuck to my gut. Don't look into big people eye when them talking. You is like a girl. You mustn't so fresh and out of order. I suck the wound under skin. But I want to let that galling gut come up. Drag his nails from the quick, sharpen them on flint rock, drive them back. I want to make a monument with his nicotine teeth in the middle of a dead yard. But I leave that part out. I never talk about his thick stumps for fingers, the greening yard against that first rain, me and him alone, how I bit when he said suck, chose some other line for first time. I leave that part out. And reclaiming truth also means returning to ourselves. This is love letter to my feet. When I sprinted from that man cross Christmas grass and sharp shifting rock, the moment slowing as I saw you, soaked in after rain, it was then I loved you best. Clean, giving hell, wet. Here's to you, my unsung, for how you humble yourself, though it is you why the world even eyes me. How you carry me tall, regal, you who move me when neither my hand nor heart is going. And forgive me for ushering you into anything stringed, forcing you to bend, be soft, when I know we are rough women. Forgive me for the pointed toe shoes my 20s commanded, pressing you together to make subtle, acceptable turns. Remember when I gave up heels, got back to bare feet? Remember when men asked your size? I welled up enough to usher gall from my gut, but you were just cool underneath. And how bruised you are, how dented, how grounded you are, how much of a map, how rugged you are, how steady, how square you are, how balanced, like banyan, like cedar, how strong, body root. I raise you up in honor. Nigeria, thank you so very much.
This will not be the last time in Lagos. Thank you so much, Yashika. So, I don't know. Maybe we go to Portsmouth. Maybe not. Maybe we invite Bash Amuneni, all the way from the UK.
In my feeble attempt to be a spoken word poet, I wish I had carried some book and just read. Why am I trying to be a spoken word poet tonight? Hello, everyone. Yashika, thank you so much for, thank you so much. And you really can't talk about reclaiming truth without talking about home. And we just miss home. When you live outside Nigeria, you do understand. And there's sometimes the thing with us Nigerians. So when I started working in England, I got cool with this white guy. And the next day, I jumped in on the bus, and I thought he was going to say, how far? And he just passed and went. I'm like, but I thought we spoke yesterday. Anyways. You look like home. And we have come back home. To the sweet scent of dust and pureness of waters drawn from your gods. The weeds near the clay fence, they would creep in green with tendrils fresh and flourishing off a river down that gentle slope where soft brown pebbles and laterite fickle our souls. And these memories were molded in the wind with our naked palms, laughter, and sweat. We have come back home, where we bragged over muscles of pounded yam and chunks of stewed meats to be the best men this land would ever see. We starched courage in our hearts. We have traveled distant lands to earn the fatness of skills, but just so we could come back home. And we have come back home. We have come back home reclaiming truth. And truth is freedom. And freedom exists in small places close to home. And she once spoke through the broken jaws of Jim Crow's law. She spoke of carnage. She spoke of the Holocaust. She spoke of child labor during the Industrial Revolution. Freedom is like hope held in the palms of a child in North Korea to someday welcome the world into her stead. Our arms are open wide, like flowers groomed out our backyard, open parched. Freedom questions in those beads of tears down the cheeks of a mother, holding the lifeless body of a son, another victim of hate, somewhere in Tripoli. And the firm grips of a beggar's bow in South Sudan under a scorching sun, yet he says yes to his heart, yes to his rights, and yes to life. Freedom speaks in black and white, red or burnt amber, Messiah or the royalty, Buddha or the Christian, bending by the knee, plucking the chaplet's forehead to ground, saluting the deity in the Vatican, in the Buddha or city pub. And the cloak of our common humanity, freedom speaks to all of us. And the quiet resolution of the crossed or straight of those with hope held behind bars of the free with little rules, the street urchins over the wolf on Wall Street. The adolescent girl owning her sexuality or that individual seeking a public office. The capitalist dream building legals of indices, disc jockeys and food vendors serenading the ghettos of Lagos. She speaks through the walls of Gulag. She was reverted at the bottom of a totem pole. Libya, Somalia, Syria. Freedom walked the streets of Zimbabwe. She was peopled by a controlled resolve. She sounds like laughter shared by the paved cab in Freetown, where she speaks in Creole. She's the exchange of beer by migrants in Sao Paulo. There she speaks in Portuguese. Freedom is you. Freedom is me. Freedom is us. Freedom is reclaiming truth. And freedom speaks in black and white and black and white and black and white, black, white, like a lunatic. And there's a lunatic in every town. Scanning huge garbage heaps by the roadside every time. His neck will move to the left and then to the right. An eye is pinned in a constant squint. Steady admiration of a treasure chest left there to fossil for years. And this morning I saw him at it again. At that junction close to my mechanic's shack. Down that old tarmac, caving in at every inch, the one that takes us to that shanty market where those unruly traders would rather chatter quick, while we buy pure water and block this public drains, the same drains the government promised to fix then and again. There's a lunatic in every town, scanning huge garbage heaps by the roadside every time. You see that half-naked professor standing tall by the junction? That guy, I heard he jumped into bed with an already engaged date and was slapped with some vile village bait by her very enraged mates. The same guy who smoked Igbo after climbing trees, and they all blamed their action too on the pain of government's greed. I tell you, there's a lunatic in every town, honking at you even in a lean traffic queue when the traffic light is obviously red of hue. 7 times his horn will blast and you wonder if he's totally blind or you're just too slow to fit into his time. And there's a lunatic in every town. You know the ones that hurt me the most? The ones that hang on to power for far too long. The ones that claim themselves in many God's sons. The ones that bless sirens on this city streets, not giving a hoot about a baby's dream, Even this poet ranting loud on the stage in our care. That's a lunatic in every town. Because you and I will step out of this place, we'll see a pile of trash, we'll toss a little more just to beat up the pile. A pile of indifference, the pile of corruption, the pile of nepotism, the pile of greed. There is a lunatic in every town.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bash. And thank you for this lovely lady. It took me a while there. You were saying we're Alasho. Yeah. I was like, and you were saying it and singing it so beautifully.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Midday Fash.
Nice to meet you. Come back again. I think we should go back to Canada. I think it is time to invite Chukky.
Aki Festival, how far now? We're about to turn this into a poetry party. If you came to have a good time, let me hear you say, yeah, yeah. I don't believe you. Aki Festival, if you came to have a good time, let me hear you clock it. I was born on a Monday morning in Lagos. It's beautiful chaos, immersed in cultural bliss. This city never sleeps. Slumber, and you will find yourself under a plethora of million-dollar homes, boldly erected beside broken dreams, broken promises, but never broken hopes. This city makes me believe in superheroes. For in the League of Justice, I have seen men thrown over bridges and dared to fly, men set on fire and dared not to die. I have seen the power of green, how it corrupts the will, a city I hate to love. Bubbling bus banter, battling batterment, trafficking dreams. Traffic moves slower on the island than it does on the mainland. Gentrification, mastering the masses, masters masturbating, waiting on disaster to come. The whips of Portuguese slave ships still echo through these streets. The gods we have forgotten to remember, remember us. They wash away our iniquity with every raindrop. The lightning screams, wake up, you sleeping giant. When you sneeze, the world listens. Listen to the drip drop on tin top roofs. You will hear the heartbeats of this city on the lips of children dancing in the rain, on streets begging to be new again. The rain, it washes away the iniquity of the day, and it is said, and Lagos is the only city where dreams can be realized. Golden coated promises covering rust. In God we trust. But does God trust us? For my sins, I am born in Lagos. And sometimes The ocean gets jealous of the raindrops and makes war with the shoreline. Homes on the island become island homes. Cars disappear into moats. Beds of the homeless become boats. Lagos, this city I hate to love, yet you remind me of Friday nights in nightclubs, bubbling to Afrobeat rhythms, alive with colors not even the rainbow can make a mantra of. Your Saturday afternoons are young boys sacrificing the soles of their feet on the altars of these streets. See how football makes all men equal in this city. Your Sunday mornings are masses, amassed in masses, flocking to masses on masses like sheep, eager to hear the preacher teach at every street corner, every mountaintop, and every slab. Young men praying to the one who makes them to make them one with this city that makes me and breaks me and shapes me into the beautiful chaos that I am still. It is my duty to move to the Afrobeat rhythms of Fela Kuti. How can something so beautiful come out of something so Lagos? They asked me to describe you. I told them you are the sweet serenade of my mother's laughter, playing in concert with the fracas of generator banter. But I will always call you home. I will always call you Lagos. They asked me to describe you. I told them you are a loving father of 21 million in bed with a foreign woman while his wife is heavy with hope. But I will always call you home. I will always call you father. You are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chaos. You are Lagos. Thank you. Oh man, I told you about to have a good time. My left side, I need you to just turn to your neighbor and look at the eyes and tell him, neighbor, pamper me. My right side, look to your neighbor. It is given to those who ask. Ask them, neighbor, pamper me. I don't change pampers. I pamper. Daddy is for punishment. Uncle is for enjoyment. They say the best part about being an uncle is popping in to visit after 5. I say the best part about being an uncle is living in the village it takes to raise the child. Today, the floor is lava, and you are riding on my back. And I know you're about to do something silly because you giggle before you ask, Uncle Chukky, where's your girlfriend? I flip you onto my shoulder, blow a raspberry into your stomach, and whispered ferociously into your ear, Ojuju Calabar chased her away. You litter laughter on the floor and you forget to pick it up. And this is when I see the traces of my uncles scattered on your face. I see their full noses, their bushy brows, their impatient hairlines. Dear child, though you come from love you can bank on. You come from men who spend time and pay attention. Men who lost everything but still gave everything they had. This love is long and mighty like good credit, and this is richness. You come from uncles who carried me on their back, and this is how I learned to carry you on mine. Back rides are how we pay it forward. It is a check that never bounces. The family trust is the family's trust, and this is richness. You come from aunties who fortified you in prayer, from a grandmother who planted udara seeds when you were born and plucked its first fruits for you, preparing your life for sweetness. You come from a village that awaited your return, from a name more precious than truth, and this is richness. So call me rich uncle. Because how rich I feel to be chosen to love you. How rich I feel for you to be placed in my arms by a brother without my name, to be called to sing you a song by a sister without my blood. How rich I feel to love you, as if we share the same name or blood or uncles. How rich I feel to watch you discover your hands and dance, to watch you discover your feet and marvel. How rich I feel to hold you in the sky and wipe your vomit off my face. So come, my child, ride your uncle's sturdy back. Know that as I lift you up, I am being lifted up by a generation of mighty uncles. I hold you up to the ceiling, spin you around like a fan. Your behind is staring at my face. Know that if you make a mess, I will gently return you to your father. Because this is where my love ends. Because I don't change pampers. I pamper. And this is richness. Thank you very much, IK Festival. I appreciate it.
I don't change pampers. I say I don't change pampers. Wow. So, my people, it's not every day that I get to introduce and welcome my father-in-law. My heart is doing jim. But to have him here with us at Palm Wine and Poetry is so huge for me. It's such a big deal. So I used style to force him to listen to all the other people first. But I'm going to invite him now. And because he is 91 years old, we are going to stand up and welcome him properly, like we welcome our fathers and our grandfathers. Give it up, everybody, for Wana Udobang. Let's be seated.
Thank you. There is hope for me yet. She could easily have said, great-grandfather-in-law. I should begin by apologizing. I know I upset the program, but at my age, I think I'm privileged to confuse dates. So the confusion of dates, and I found myself headed for Makurdi. But I'm very happy to tell you that I came back one chieftaincy richer. Here's a problem. Lighting. Okay. I may have to stand my shoulder to you. No, it's all right. It's a shadow. Okay. This gathering could not have come at a more auspicious time, because whether you like it or not, you are celebrating the birthday of one of the greatest revolutionaries that the world has ever known. It's his 100th anniversary, of course, post-mortem, but our kinfolk in Cuba are celebrating it the whole year series of events. And I was invited to write a poem to him, since I did know him. Even he gave me a chieftaincy title. So I collect these things all over the place. But this year is his year and some of next year. Just in case you pass by Cuba, stop by and tell them that, yes, I did celebrate his birthday right here with his ancestors. He was African, you know. So this is the deathless battle hymn for Fidel Castro at 100. Where is the shadow coming from? If the shadow obscures, I will stop and move somewhere more amenable. No, it's shadow. You know that I only have 1.5 eyes, you know, so the other shadow. Oh, man. The ancient battle hymn still resounds, but in warped tonalities. Esa bandera. The question is, who waves the flag striped humanity? That flag being unclaimed, orphaned, shall we archive as centennial loss, a world in tatters, hovering on the twitch of a final self-immolation? La historia me absolvera. Even history needs a world to inhabit. Barbarians strut on land and sea, from Sahelian blooded sands to Arctic wastes. The battle hymn no longer calls to soul like cymbals, massed to march to youth chorales. No, is a screech of rusted pots and pans in children's hands, famished, eyes as big as ostrich eggs, scanning their horizons for relief. Este, cielo, drum rolls in the sky, but these are droves of drones delivering death on innocence, smothering that other human pang that will not be denied, the internal pang of freedom. Realpolitik rules the skies. Power cites history as alibi, robs humanity of the present. What strange bedfellows this century has spawned? Esta tierra, see, this earth, not earth of hereafter, but now, behold the grim illusionists at work, watch prelates fused to power, unctuous, robed in pious eulogies to the unknowable, immune to the march of time, to stirring questions that transform and recreate. Here theo-radicals lay claim to that same mantle revolutionary. Watch their holiness string up youths and women as easy as prayer beads, condemned for waging war against the principalities of afterlife. The class war stays the course, merely changes players. Revolution spins blindfold upon the deadly axis of power and submission. The present courts nostalgia, reinstates an era beyond the, I beg your pardon. The present courts nostalgia reinstates an era beyond exigencies of time. We recall a kapok growth thrust from parasitic fields. Its silk tassels confront. We recall a kapok growth thrust beyond parasitic fields. The silk, cotton, don't worry, we'll go back the way evolutionists do, start all over again. Not completely. The present court's nostalgia reinstates an era beyond exigencies of time. We recall a kapok growth thrust from parasitic fields. Its silk cotton filaments rode the winds, infiltrated distant lands. There were seed-bearing argosies, dispensing hope, inspiring visions of a new humanity, devoid of cant, spurning the double talk of practiced mind and slavers. Its distillation spread as a nurturing dew on arid mountain slopes, and a battle hymn that roused in all the grand polyphony of liberation. Defend Remos, defend what is ours, reclaim patrimony, defend our nurturing earth, the skies, the waters that gird the land, clothe the naked, defend the defenseless, the weak, the downtrodden, roofs for the homeless, returns for labor, food for the hungry, heal the unwell, embrace the abandoned, defend, rehabilitate the abandoned. Rehabilitate that bandera, yes, the flag of hope that scorned, soiled, spat upon flag of all humanity, the one historic mandate, primal pursuit, eternal law of creation. History is what we make of us and sits in patient judgment. La historia me absolvera. The present betrayed vindicates the heroic vision of the past. History has rendered verdict. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Recurrence, are you ready? Are you ready? Where are they? Okay, let them get ready. I'm going to invite somebody else who doesn't need this. Next, I'm going to invite Umar Sidi.
Thank you. But before I read my poem, I want to use this opportunity. So I've always had this fascination of meeting Professor Wole Soyinka. Yeah, I saw him at Sharjah. I just saw him from a distance. And I wanted to go in full military regalia, in camouflage, to salute him. But I'm going to take this opportunity. I just did it. I don't need to say why I did this, sir, but I believe you understand. Thank you, sir. So I'll be reading a poem. It's a deeply spiritual poem. Yeah, very spiritual. And it is titled, The Veiled Secret of the Kama Sutra. The Veiled Secret of the Kama Sutra, or the way a certain poet interprets the Surrealist Manifesto at night. Goddess, as we sit at night on a carpet of clouds, as I unveil you, as I survey your curves, your grace, your sacredness, as I map out the regions of your navel, as our lips seek and touch. I forget avant-garde, metafictional devices, hypertext, and the half-opened ebooks on the lost treasures of Timbuktu on my broken iPad. I forget Borges and the half-written Borgesian story titled A Treatise on Marriage Between Mankind and Jinn. I forget Golden Mean, the Stoics, Nicomachean Ethics, Bentham, and the Felicific Calculus, a philosophical method of calculating practical happiness and bliss. I forget close quadrants, poetic cubism, theory of forms, wheel of Dharma, cycle of suffering, 7 stations of the dervish, sea power, and the territorial extent of the sweetened margarine and moisture between thighs. I forget poetic policy, dead poet society, the big poem, or is it a short essay thinly disguised as a poem, which in my delusional state of being, I dream will make me immortal, or an idol like Hubal of the Arabs, Karl Marx, prophet of matter, or Adonis, idol and god to all those who place high premium on poetry and the metaphysical necessities of being. I forget Committee on Poetry and our silly policy make every stupid citizen poem literate before the next elections in the planet of Jute. I forget phones. Oh, how I hate smartphones. Broken ATM cards, unpaid bills, unfulfilled promises, stagnated investments, the kettle of Sufi tea on my desk, hallucinations, and all those strange visions that haunt gentle souls as they navigate through the landscapes of sand. I forget grand concepts like the great woman, jewel of the savannah, and the tormenting images of the mermaid of sand. Goddess, as I let go the strap of your bra and let my tongue examine the dark areola of your nipple, as you mourn and cry, bite me hard. I fade. Everything in this goddamn cramped up stupid poet brain of mine fades. I think I am. I am because I am. Perhaps Descartes is right. I abhor Cartesian dualism. I perceive from a distance of septillion million miles echoes from the fragrance of my all-time favorite philosopher, the Andalusian existentialist and prophet of unity. He says, heart sickness causes the lover to melt and is the most grievous sadness of the heart. He says, torment is a fire that blazes up in the hearts of the lovers, burning everything it finds there except the lovers and love. He says, burning desire is the flame of desire, and passion is the expansive stage of love because it is derived from air. He says, intoxication is an abandonment of reason and the fourth stage of love. And he says, mad love is intoxication of reason. He says, sadness is the most difficult manifestation of love and the hardest to bear. And he says, love blinds and deafens. Goddess, as you twirl and twist, as I grasp the ungraspable magic of your curves, as I feel the fullness of your buttocks and their grace, as you disrobe me, embrace me, anoint me poet of the goddess, and admit me into the temple of ties, I transcend ink and pen. I perceive grace. I connect to the super highway of subconsciousness. I submerge below the subliminal, sublime subways of consciousness. I thirst. I lick. I inhale the effusing gases of the surrealist manifesto in a dream. In the same dream, I become a mad dream. I gather strength. I trust. I permeate through the lost pages of the Kama Sutra at the infinite revelation of the eagle pose. At the infinite revelation of the eagle pose, I explore the poetry of your navel and the metaphysics of your thighs. As you mourn, I vanish. I fade. I seek the hidden mystery of life. I choke. I gasp for breath and moisture. I see light. I gain knowledge. I explode. I scatter into bits of bliss and dream. In a state of non-being, I gather the salacious quills of my tongue and I scribble a verse on the inner lobe of your clitoris. Vagina is the gateway of being. Thank you.
Wow. mama pa me now. Ooh, mama pa me now. Ooh, mama pa me now. That was Umar Sidi. He's an officer in the Nigerian Air Force. He's a poet. Sorry, Navy, but he flies the naval helicopter, right? He's an incredible poet, a great novelist, and clearly a woman rapper. So, we're going to bring up the last of the poets now. And it's no other than the incredibly talented, probably one of Nigeria's foremost spoken word artists. Give it up for Wana Udobang. Go, Wana. Go, Wana, go, Wana, go. 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 You guys, I'm shy.
Hello, everybody. The love in Ake is just, it's surreal. It's surreal. Okay, so something, I'm going to be performing new poems. And this is the first time I'm doing these, by the way. So, yes, thank you, I appreciate it. So this is Dissonance. Dawn isn't quite broken yet. My timeline, a jigsaw of transformation photographs before and after of shrinking bodies, testimonials of calorie counting, trending tab is self-starvation as weight loss hack. I move on to Instagram stories. Swipe through this automated gallery of nanofilms. One holds my attention. A little boy with a shirt, scrawny, ribs poke through skin, piercing, white debris scattered over his head, residue from the airstrikes, veins pulsating tendrils from neck to clavicle, hands clasp an aluminum plate, plate turns to gong, mouth turns to blaring horn, each bang interloping his screams in Arabic, closed caption flashes across the screen. Open the border, we have no flour, we want to live, we want to eat, no food, there is no food here. Open the crossings, it's been more than 70 days, I haven't had bread. For the grace of God, dear world, for the grace of God, we want to eat. His voice, a cacophonic song amidst the rubble. This is spring cleaning. On Sundays, I spring clean. Try on old dresses, blouses, and skirts for the last time. Pack them into a bag to be given away. Make a bowl of the mismatched electric cords. Discard uneven shards of paper and names, numbers, and addresses. Shred and throw them into the bin. I delete apps and images off my phone and people. I love spring cleaning. I tell myself I'm making room for things that spark joy. My mother in one breath complains that I discard things too quickly. In another, she exalts my generosity. My hands have a feathery grip on things, yet my brain is a hoarder of memories. Behind my iris is an unending contact sheet of negatives. My brothers do not understand how I remember everything, despite how much I clean and throw away. After the fire, my mother's daughter did not come back home. After the war, my mother's brother did not come back home. After the other woman, my mother's husband did not come back home. We have a history of losing things. So I purge in preparation. I know a thing or two about disappearance. Most times, people do not return. Most times, things are never found. I do my own tiding. I do not wait on God. I do not wait on anyone to do it for me. Thank you. So, do you guys know when they say on social media, everybody's crashing out, right? So who know, for you, what's your meaning of crashing out? Just shout it out. You're losing it. Anybody else? Just throw me a, what is one word for crashing out? Angry. Screw it. Burn it to the ground. Okay, so this poem is titled Crash Outs. Don't say crash. That's not how you use crash outs, but yeah. Crashing out, meaning to fall asleep quickly from exhaustion, elimination from a competition in a way that brings disgrace, a litany of stupid things, failure, psychosis, insanity, a coalescence of all the above, exhaustion, disgrace, stupidity, failure, psychosis, insanity. According to the algorithm, wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. run, plug in an hour of weight training, stuff 120 grams of protein, fiber, 5 liters of water, vitamin D, vitamin B, magnesium, ashwagandha, collagen, and bone broth, and juice, and detox, and intermittent fasting, and calorie deficits, and journal, and pray, and manifest, and burn a candle, and set intentions, and recite affirmation. Make the to-do list, hit the to-do list, stack the habits, work, build personal brand, build personal style, grow side hustle, grow passive income, earn, save, invest, pension, sinking fund, mutual fund, stocks and bonds, 12-step skincare routine, glass skin, therapy, heal childhood trauma, be feminine, build muscle, become high value, find connection. Join the dating apps, join the running club, freeze your eggs, find love, buy the house, make the children, raise the children, survive a cost of living crisis, survive despots, survive capitalism, transcend poverty, romanticize your life, buy luxury, press the record button, upload and share, like, follow, subscribe. Crashing out, meaning mind becomes shrapnel, meaning glitch, meaning exhaustion, elimination from the competition, a litany of stupid things, failure, psychosis, insanity, a coalescence of all the above. And I think this is my last poem. So, say no. I mean, I should do one more. Okay, this one and last one. One more. This one, last one. Last one. Okay, this is the last one, guys. It's 5 minutes now. So, in my language, when we say goodbye, we say kadi. So we have different greetings for there's good night, which is a series. But when we say kadi, which is go come, Ami Bibio, from the south of Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom State. Hey! So we say kadi, which means go come. In my mother tongue, when we say goodbye, we say kadi. Go and come. Leave and return. Home is here. Be safe. Do not die. You belong someplace. You are a piece of a whole. Your mother is waiting. Your people are waiting. Their hands waiting to receive you. When you depart from yourself, know that the fragments of your life are tethered by love. You must always return. The wild will never swallow you. The door is always open. There is love at home. There is love here. So, Kadi, we will meet again. This is not the end. You are permitted to start as many times as needed. Return as many times as needed. Kadi, goodbye and see you when you return.
Wamsi! I say give it up for Wana. I can't hear you. Thank you, Wamsi. So, all that's left now is the recurrence. We heard you at the opening. You did concerts. And now you are going to play us out of the 13th edition of Ake Arts and Book Festival.
Yes, this is fine. Hello. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Again, we are the Recurrence, and it's been lovely to entertain you guys from the beginning of Arcade till now. Quick shout out to every single person that walked up to us from the beginning of Arcade till now and said nice things to us. We really love you. Thank you very much. They mean a lot. Testing mic. Testing microphone. 1, 2.
Samuel.
It's fine, it's fine. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, amazing people. All right, so, as you very well know, even though some of you might be tired of us already. Oh, that's lovely. That means we are doing something right. So thank you for being such an amazing audience. We're going to need you to be patient with us because we need about a couple more minutes to get our sound right so we can entertain you with a performance that's befitting of such a distinguished audience.
Okay, can I get my can I get my guitar on? The acoustic guitar. Okay, sorry, can you boost it a little bit on my monitor because I can't hear it? Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, are we ready? Are you ready to have us?
Check this 1, 2. All right.
All right, so because you've been such a patient audience, we're going to be playing a song that we've never played to an audience before. This is the very first time. The song is titled Owereye.
Okay, what do you need? My mic? Okay, check testing 1, 2. Is it good? Check testing 1, 2. All right.
Owereye.
Yeah.
Owereye.
Okay.
The Igbo people will understand the meaning.
All right. Can you give me a little bit of ambience? There's something in the air. There is something. Can you feel it?
It's the cry of a baby born. Can you feel it in the air? It's the flaps of a bird that's learned to fly. And all you've got to do is let go of the chains around your neck. And all you've got to do is let go of the pains of yesterday. Oh,
Please, can I get my microphone on the monitor? I can't hear myself. It's the cry of a baby born.
it's the cry of a baby born.
Can you feel it in the air?
Can you feel it?
It's the flaps of a bird that's learned to fly. Let's go.
And all you've got to do is let go of the chains around your neck. And all you've got to do is let go of the pains of yesterday. Oh, There is something. There is a change coming. There is a storm coming, and we all will be a witness. So up next, we weren't around to sing for a very important person in the audience to us. Father figure, a truly kind man. I think one of the brightest and most insightful people that we know, Dr. Olalogun Soyinka.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Can everybody join in? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Doctor. We love you so much, and we truly appreciate all that you do for us. And for the people that we love so much in our lives, for Keisha, for our mama. Alright. So now we have honored the son. I think it's important that we pay homage to the father. A legend in his right, an inspiration to so many people here today. A man who has inspired the next generation of creatives. We'll be playing our rendition of his 1983 original titled I Love My Country. This is a song that echoes deep with our consciousness, and we would like to sing this to you. That's the way we fight in a recent memory. We bullets we come from barrel of gun. Worse, we must keep our nation one. Da, 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 like see I get cancer for me eyes. I dey see double. That's the reason why. 'Cause when I look, not who I see. Make I explain. I think you take away. I love my country, I know go lie. Now inside out, I go live and die. I know my country, I know go lie. Now him and me go out till I die. I love my country, I know go lie. Now inside out, I go live and die. I know my country, I know go lie. Now him and me go out till I die. So you can sing this with us. Da 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 da. One more time. Thank you so much, Professor Wole Soyinka, for all that you have done and for inspiring the next generation of brilliant minds. I mean, at this point in time, I think we need a coming together of Africans, Nigerians scattered across the diaspora to come back home, because if we all continue to live, who's going to pick up the rock and who is going to build? I feel like the onus falls on us, and thank you so much for inspiring us.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so for those of you who were around on Thursday, this is our last song for the night. For those of you who are around on Thursday, let's make those who are around today only a bit jealous. Yes. So we're going to do something. I'm going to sing something. And for those of you who are around on Thursday, don't let me down. Don't break my heart. You know it? Okay. Are you sure? I don't want to see nobody else but you all are the best audience in the world. Please, a round of applause for yourselves. All right, Kenny, let's do this.
Okay, repeat after me, everybody. Let's go. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, oh, oh. Okay, repeat after the guitar. Let's go. Yeah, say I don't want to see nobody else but you. I don't want to see nobody else but you. Oh, I don't want to see nobody else but you. I don't want to see nobody else but you. Oh, I don't want to see nobody else go. Whoa. Say I don't want to see nobody else but you. Kenny, should we stand up for this? Can you?
Thank you all so much for being an amazing audience. Thank you so much. So there'll be one more song. And this is another original, by the way.
Check this thing.
Whenever we perform, order in the court. Silence. Order in the court. All right, so whenever we perform, we like to use this original of ours to end the event and say goodbye to the beautiful people, which you guys have been tonight. You guys have been an amazing audience, and we want to do this special song for you before we take our leave of the stage of Aki Festival 2025, which has been a revealing experience for every single one of us, and I think we always want to be here. Thank you so much, Mama, for this opportunity. I know it feels like the end might just starting to get over the mess that we made, throwing precious time away. And on that beach where we made a vow, swore that the waves will never wash us apart. Yeah, we tried, but things get tricky as we grow. And though it's the end, my friends, we will be alright. Thank you, amazing people. We'll be alright in the end. And if it's not alright, it is not the end.
So, before we say goodbye, we have this one chance to do something. Help me just clear the stage very quickly. We cannot have Professor Wole Soyinka here. We will not take photo with him. That's my own. So, we're going to do the guests first. Ake Festival 2025 guests, just come out. Let's get on stage. You can all come. Just come if you're here. Come out. Let's arrange ourselves so that he will just join us. Quick. Oh, yes, girl. Yeah, don't worry. Where's Bernadine? Okay, is this us? Sorry to the man. Okay, all right, Dad. Excuse me. Let me just move this out of the way. I'm sorry. Is Samuel here? Okay, just be careful. Sorry, sir. There we go. Samuel, where are you? All right, let's go. Thank you. Okay, guess. Go. Now, just go. Dad, stay. All right. Human beings on the floor, come. Get in there, quick. Don't get my daddy into trouble. Yashika, come here. Let's go. Got it? So let's just go. Okay, people, that brings Ake Festival 2025 to an end. See you next year, 2026.